Hi Cancer, happy damn new year to you. Welcome to your first weekly Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. Whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cancer, it's for you. Remember to check them all out, and remember they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. But here we are on the precipice of a brand new year, right? Are you excited? As you can probably tell, I am. I'm always really excited at this new start of a new year business. I love it, and I love all of that New Year's resolution stuff. I'm totally here for it. So if you've got resolutions, just know that Rafi is in your corner. So if you are a continued subby, Rafi, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and you want some of that Rafi love, get on that subscribe button. All right, so before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I got so many good things for you this year, so many things that I'm really excited to bring you, so stay tuned. All right, so for your key to the week, Raf, don't get too excited. Your key to the week is the Hanged Man. So the tarot's like, Raf, I see your excitement, sit your ass down and relax. Right, the Hanged Man is slow, steady. This is a card of stasis and stillness. It's a card of waiting, patience and stillness, and it encourages you to surrender to what is, right? So this week, take a moment, take a breath, take a beat, take a step back and just observe everything. Observe how you feel, observe what's happening in the world, observe what's taking place around you. This is a time to really think about the way that things are around you and also the way that things are inside you. In some way, shape or form, you're being invited over the course of this week to really sit with the energy exactly as it is, not to try to change anything in huge sweeping ways. Now, the other thing with the Hanged Man, because it is Neptunian energy, it's a very spiritual energy, and truly this card is actually about enlightenment, and it offers the instructions, right? So it asks you to find the, to basically surrender to the current of things so that you can find yourself where you want to be anyway. For your actions and options, you have the Page of Pentacles. So whatever monetary or business goals you have, this is basically saying they can wait. And they will wait, right? So you don't have to rush ahead with everything right now. This is one of the things I'm totally guilty of. I'm just like, yeah, I want to do everything. I want to do all of it. I want to do all of it right now. This is saying you can do everything that you want to. You can achieve all of your financial goals this week and this year. You just have to take your time, right? The thing with this Page of Pentacles energy as well, this week might, if you are able to make yourself still and quiet enough and to really observe what's unfolding in front of you, this week can really help you or really enhance your understanding of what your purpose is. And I don't say that lightly. If you've been with me long enough, you know I hate this idea of this new wave of like, oh, if you don't know what your purpose is by this open, fucking... So I ain't got time for all of that shit. You are going to have multiple purposes over the course of a lifetime. You don't just have one purpose and it's done, right? But this week, you have a powerful and a very deep chance to understand what the next driving purpose of your life actually is, but you've got to sit still long enough to listen to what's coming up and, you know, maybe even to observe the trends that are flowing around you as well. In terms of the options that are available to you, it will be an option or an opportunity to learn something at a greater depth or at a greater level. This could be a really, really great, a great week for that. Be open to it. Do you know what? I just had a really interesting image in my mind. Because obviously, as many of you know, I'm a Cancer moon, so now I'm kind of like, was this a message for me or was this a message for everybody? So I'm going to tell you what the vision was that I had. I'm not going to mention who the people were, but in my mind's eye, what I saw was myself sat down and there were two people that actually I consider I revere quite much, you know, for the work that they do. And they were both teaching me simultaneously. It was like me being back at school. So if there's someone out there that's listening to this thinking, I know I need to learn more, I know I need to gain more knowledge or wisdom or perspective, or, you know, I just need to study my subject or my craft more, this is the message for you as well. All right, so for your communications and conversations, you've got the Five of Wands. That spirit of competition is going to be high this week, right? And you've got the Hanged Man. So while everybody else is, yeah, fucking bossing it, like all up in your face and doing all of that stuff, Cancer's going to be sat back, just waiting, observing, biding time, taking their steps, doing their thing, right? This suggests that communication as a whole is going to take on a bit of a competitive nature and can have some conflict or challenge about it, unless you do the Hanged Man. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Five of Wands with the Page of Pentacles, while everybody's running left, you might actually be seeing that the path for you, maybe not for everybody else, but maybe just the path for you is actually off to the right. And you will start to understand why you are studying what you're studying now more than ever. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, similar kind of energy, but that Five of Wands, the office competition around all manner of things is going to be really high this week. So my advice to you would be, don't let that sort of knock your peace, right? Whatever your internal sort of, just going to sit here and glow like a Cheshire cat, let that be your vibe, right? Whatever's happening around you, whoever's getting promoted, whoever's going in for the fucking, let them get on with it, right? Just let them do what they need to do, because you are going to be where you need to be. All right. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is a week of observance when it comes to your business, when it comes to the themes, the trends, the clients that are coming in, because there's going to be a lot in this week that really tells you what you're wrapping up. Not necessarily what you're welcoming in, but what you're wrapping up and being ready to release now in terms of clients, in terms of new clients, in terms of everything. This week is going to show you what you are ready to complete and therefore let go of. All right. And then when it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, that Five of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, you know, sometimes there are cells within a family, and you just got to kind of let it play out. It's uncomfortable at times because you're like, oh gosh, what, are we still at school? But sadly, sometimes you just have to let it be what it's going to be. And that would be my advice to you, right? Just this Hanged Man it's really loud this week. Like, I can't explain it, but sometimes when I read cards, so in the early days of my readings, I used to lay them all out face down and then turn them over one by one. And what I found was when I was laying them out like that, there were certain cards that were already speaking to me. And then when I turned them over, I was like, oh, okay, that's why. Right, it's just really cool. But the thing that really, like, sometimes certain cards just give off an energy, and this one is speaking loud, right? This Hanged Man is very palpable energy this week. For your love and relations, you've got the King of Wands. Before I get into that, just one of these amazing goodies that I've got to bring you this year, I'm so excited, is I have created what I'm calling the clearing cohort, right? So clues kind of in the name, but on the 14th of January, the clearing cohort, or enrollment for the clearing cohort, is going to go live. Basically, each month I have picked a theme, and we are going to get into that theme with you. There's going to be lots more details about it as time goes on, and you're going to see, I'm going to post here and I'm going to post on all of my socials. You will see exactly what it's about, what you're getting, but I just want to give you a heads up because you guys are my ride or dies, right? And you're also my lunar brothers and sisters. And I also have to say, it's very, very exclusive. It's not massively priced or, you know, overly expensive or anything like that, but there are only 8 spaces. That's it. And each month there will be a different theme. So if you want to be a part of this and you think, you know what, that sounds like a little bit of me, stay tuned, because enrollment for that's going to open on the 14th of January. I would love to have you there. All right. So for your love and relations, you've got the King of Wands. This, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this week you have to show up in your partnership, right? This week you have to really show up in your relationship. This may be that you go to bat for your partner. Maybe you see them having a hard time, someone giving them hassle. Maybe they are having a difficult situation and you kind of say, hey, listen. And this is the thing that people really get, you know, excuse my language, but boo, you got me fucked up, right? This is the thing that people really miss about Cancerian energy. Play with the people that they love. I dare you. If you're feeling brave one day, mess around with somebody that a Cancer really loves and cares about. You're going to see that fluffy, lovey-dovey emotional goes from all of that to something real snappy real quick. Okay, let me just put that out there right about now. And for those of you that are cross-watching, for your Cancer love, you know it be true, right? So with that said, you might be called upon. Maybe your partner asks you, maybe they don't, but you will go to bat for your partner. Now, remember, the Hanged Man is speaking very loudly this week, so you have to really assess the situation. Am I going to do more harm than good here? What words am I using? How am I going to approach this situation? It needs to be really measured so that it doesn't cause a problem, challenge, issue, or offense, right? It's one thing to defend our people, but if we go in and we make it worse, even with the well intentions, right? You know, they say that the way to hell is paved with good intentions. Can be that kind of thing. So for those of you that are single and looking, you got to shine, right? Pay attention to the pool of potentials that is in your midst, dear Cancer, and then ask yourself, does any of these feel like they are a match for me? The reason I say this is because the Hanged Man sees this week, it's almost like if you are choosing a partner and you're looking at the people that could be potentials or possibilities, you might see no one amongst them. And that tells you, okay, something about me has shifted or changed now, and what I need or require from a relationship is vastly different to what or who it would have needed to be before. For your love and relations, you've got the, for your money and materials, you've got the Ten of Swords. I actually like that because this could be the end of a debt. It could be the last or final payment that you're putting on something. It could be deciding that you're no longer willing to pay for a certain service or whatever the case might be. There's something that you're releasing your financial support from this week, right? The Hanged Man does say just check that this isn't going to be something that you need. But for the most part, this could be the way forward. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Ten of Swords often shows up as your back. Because you've got this with the Hanged Man, and I don't know how possible this is where you are, but anything or any discipline that is alternative medicine or anything like that that is really focused on stretching your body, you would get a lot out of this week, more than probably ever. All right, now when it comes to your home and environment, for some of you this might, because home is a very important space for Cancer, right? Because it is the sign of home and hearth and all of that. When you've got this Ten of Swords with the Hanged Man, right? Your home sector, there's something about this where you might get that internal feel that your time in the place that you're in is coming to a close. And personally, I'm like, oh, please don't do this to me, because as many of you know, I've moved 12 times in 10 years and it's exhausting at this point. I just want a nice place to put some roots down. So I hope this isn't me, but if it is, I will surrender to it, all right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Happy damn New Year to you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.